A big FU to the rest of the country anyway, because Sydney's strong, you know.
Wouldn't be doing this podcast justice if I didn't ask this question, because a big predominantly audience of mine is from Melbourne.
Yeah.
At the time, what was the difference between Sydney and Melbourne when it came to the Rave culture? I know you talked about the music and stuff, but I'm talking about the actual parties and the vibes. Was there much difference?
Yeah, big difference. Sydney people were very front-facing DJ, dancing like we used to call it downhill skier. No, the ravers of the 90s wearing big baggy jeans. It was just, we're very influenced by the UK sort of fashion and culture and vibe and, you know, fishing vests and bucket hats. And with Melbourne, you guys were like busting out. It was like you guys had got breakdancing and taken it to a new cyber level with the Melbourne Shuffle. So, you know, the way people sort of dance and the fashion too. Like you guys had if you call them fatty pants.
Fat pants. Yeah, that's not a thing in Sydney?
No,
Oh, really?
We used to be able to pick Melburnian on the dance floor because they'd be like, some girl, their hair up in like little like Princess Leia kind of twirls, fatty pants, or those other things that had the fur on them.
Yeah, they're rave boots they basically were, yeah.
See, I don't know what
we used to have like Ministry of Style. There was a bunch of shops where they used to make and you could buy that stuff, but I did not know that was like uniquely Melbourne thing.
Absolutely, 100%. You could, like I said, you can pick a Melburnian on the dance floor at a rave. You could pick them, you could just see them. And they'd say, yeah, I've come up from Melbourne. You know, they had friends in Sydney. But they had that dress and that style. And then they had shuffle dance, which just stood out. With talcum powder on the dance floor, that shit. No one did that in Sydney.
That's so cool.
No, that was a really big distinct difference there. And I think, look, Melbourne's always been iconically the most sort of fashion-driven city.